Yo, 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 it's your man Russ Danger. I'm in the building. Let me see my beautiful face. My face, which is beautiful. Now let me bring in some more beautiful people. Hey! Y'all seeing right there, I got the beautiful Miss Phyllis Nicole. I got my girl Miss Shan in the building. And I got Sky Big Head Ass right there. Why is she in the dark now of all things? Oh, God. I swear to God. Y'all, we're going to have to kill Shan. We're going to kill Sky before it's all said and done with. I promise you. But yo, we're about to get lit. We got a fly show for you today. Starting off the show today, let me just introduce everybody. Let me say thank you for tuning in today. This is our first edition on a Sunday, correct? Why y'all not holding the microphones or nothing? Y'all just sitting there like y'all.
Okay, we got the microphones.
Oh, yeah, just this on the top. I can see what kind of day this is.
It's gonna be a great day.
This is gonna be a day filled with. Yes. What's going on, ladies? How you doing, Shan? What's going on in your world, baby?
Everything is groovy. Everything is great. I'm so happy to be here with you all on today. This show about to be lit. I hope y'all ready.
Battle of the Sexes.
Yeah, Battle of the Sexes. We finna see what this finna do.
We about to get into it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Miss Phyllis Nicole? How you doing?
Everything is going wonderful. So happy to be here today. So, yeah, let's get the show started.
Well, shout out to Sky. I think Sky got a new computer, and we can tell already she is not computer literate because her ass then hung up on the show right when the show started. She always Sky something.
High.
Shout out to the Red Cup, people. Shout out to the Red Cup. Shan, I'm not going to even tell y'all what Shan brought over here.
No.
All I'm going to say is when she brought it over here, she said, you ain't going to even believe what I got over here.
Look, people.
She done dropped off straight.
This is what we got going.
Irking Jerkles in this
This is
boy.
what we got going right here.
Man.
I don't know what you talking about.
I don't know where this conversation going to go by the end of the night.
Look, Diet Coke. Yes, that's what we got.
My skinny ass don't need to be on no diet. Nothing. I poured some peach tea in mine, y'all. I'm just going to keep it real. I got peach tea in mine. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all trying to get, I get any skinnier. I'm fading all the way away. I'm like a jump shot, a straight fade away. Whoosh, it's gone. He gone. He's gone. He's not in the building anymore. Yo,
oh boy.
Hey, let's go ahead and get into it, Sky. If you out there, call the hotline because I know you have.
Call in, Sky.
Bless your heart, Sky. We tried. We tried with you, Sky, but you did not try with yourself.
You a mess.
I can't help it. All right, let me go ahead and close out this screen over here. While we get ready to do that, we're going to go ahead and let my girl get into it. Tell us about what happened in the news this week. We're about to go ahead and get into breaking news, nigga. Breaking news.
Okay, so we're going to start with Future. Future is under fire because he had a party over the weekend and he allegedly kicked a few young ladies out because they were BBWs. He said that no fatties are allowed in his party.
He called them fatties, too.
He called them fatties.
You know what? I'm going to have to kick Future tail because BBWs are beautiful.
Yes, they are. I don't know what Future is thinking.
He don't know no better. That's what it is. You don't know no better, Future.
Future, I'm going
to
tell you.
You need to look in the mirror and look at yourself. You don't know no better. Talking about
Future
BBWs.
only about 20 pounds. So he
don't know no better, but did you look at him in the face?
I don't really look at fellas like that in the face. I can't even tell that lie. I'm an old school fella. I don't look fellas in the face.
You gonna talk about the big
like
and
that.
beautiful?
I love me a big, thick
Man,
woman. Hallelujah.
He don't know no better.
Let God be praised.
Okay, and then I'm running back a little bit too about I gotta bring back up R. Kelly because there was something interesting that I found about R. Kelly. So about the whole controversy situation. Okay,
what Kel's done that?
Huh?
What Kel's done that?
No, he didn't do anything. There's just controversy in regards to, okay, so we want to, grandfather him as like the grandfather of, pedophilia. However.
No, that's Lil Richard.
I'm just.
That's Lil Richard and Tommy Lee.
Richard.
So they're just saying if he was a Catholic priest, would he be prosecuted
Hell
right
no,
now?
man.
They said over 6,000 Catholic priests, have been documented as having some relations with a underage person, and they're not being brought under fire. So why so much controversy over R. Kelly? Like, why hasn't any of the Catholic priests had this much attention?
I could I could give you one piece of advice about that the Catholic priests did not get caught doing. Videotaping themselves pissing on a young girl. That's, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
well, then R. Kelly is just the dumb of the dumber. You know, you sing Dumb and Dumber. That's what he did.
When you start saying, you know what, hey, let me break the law. And not only am I going to break the law, I'm going to videotape the law being broken. And matter of fact, while I'm breaking the law, I'm going to pee on somebody. just go pee.
Just stupid.
Full out pee. Just nothing but pee.
Okay, so whether it was recorded or not, don't you think that priests or anyone else, not just priests, but anyone else should get the same amount of ridicule and punishment that R. Kelly is getting?
Of course, but R. Kelly's a black man. This nigga went to McDonald's to the same spot that he's been accused of messing with young girls in the past, and this is where this nigga went directly after being released from jail. Like, he didn't hesitate. This nigga said, I think I'm gonna go get me a Big Mac and a 13-year-old. It's like, I'm gonna go get a Mac and a 13-year-old.
Yeah, that's 13-year-old.
But is that not what happened though?
Well, he didn't come out with a 13-year-old, but we did see the Big Mac though.
We saw the Big Mac.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm just saying. Okay, then
so
also
y'all didn't see the new tapes. I didn't know nothing about that.
Okay. And then too, I wanted to bring everyone's attention because someone actually inboxed me this, and I was like, wow, and it's actually true. So there is a law that was passed in California. It's called SB 145, and this actually is a law that has legalized pedophilia as long as you are 10 years older than your victim. Like, you can,
Say that. Wait, say that again.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Law in California, you can look it up. It's called SB 145, where it basically, it's not saying that, but it legalizes pedophilia, just saying that as long as you are within 10 years.
So if he 20 and she 10, he can get down with her.
According
is that what the law says?
I would be locked up right now.
Look into it. SB 145.
What state is this again?
California.
Cali getting wild. Cali has always been a wild place.
I've heard of it coming out, trying to legalize pedophilia, but 10 years. Okay,
that's
so
crazy.
What if it's a newborn, a baby, a toddler, and the person is 10? Can they do that?
Well, there has been
I'm
arguments.
not trying to be funny, but still, he's 10 years older than the baby, so he can do that. But if he's 16 and he messed with a little baby, then he can be prosecuted?
I knew this was I said this years ago. I knew this was coming up the pipeline because some people were saying that these are uncontrollable urges. If you pay
That's bull crap.
They said they can't control who they are attracted to.
Well, they need to come see me. I'll control them. I'll be in jail. Especially with me having young daughters. My daughters are 13 years old. Let someone 10 years older than them come to my house talking about they want to get down with my baby, and it's okay. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail, and I'm going to call you, Russell, come get me out, bail me out. Give me that $100,000.
I might be on the ride with you to go get that nigga. I ain't gonna even, I can't even lie.
Matter of fact, no, I ain't gonna say nothing, because he gonna come up missing. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I said it.
Okay.
I cannot disagree.
Okay.
Don't
listen, this is a question I got. This is what I want to know since we're talking about kids for a second.
Okay.
What do y'all think his experience was when he was locked up?
When he was locked up?
Yeah, the little time that he was locked up. Do you think he caught the pressure?
No. I don't think so. I think they praised him. I think the fellow inmates praised him.
But it's not the norm. It's not the norm. It's not the norm in the prison system for crimes against women and children, especially girls, to go unpunished, shall I say? So I don't think that I don't know. Like, see, this is my thing. They saying R. Kelly broke. You got to understand.
He said he was broke. You know, he made a whole song for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but let's get something straight. We talk about this all the time. 50 Cent went broke. And everybody's like, he went bankruptcy. But that's what they call broke, though. You know, white man broke and black man broke is different. Correct? We talked about one day.
Bankruptcy don't mean that you broke. That means that you.
But we talking about about how average black person looks at bankruptcy and certain things like that. We ain't talking about the actual, the knowledge of flipping the game. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that you're just doing certain things to save money and become richer again. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Right. The average person in the black community, when you file in bankruptcy, is because your credit's messed up, and we assume that you broke. Correct? Right. Okay.
That's not the case. That's not.
I don't believe R. Kelly is broke. You want to know why?
Why?
You check out the videos, even in the surviving R. Kelly situation. Mm-hmm. If you look at the hotels that he was staying in, the Beverlys, the Beverly Palms, the Beverly Woods.
Well, yeah. He got a little something.
It's some money still there. Now, it may not be major money. You know what I mean? Because he still was touring.
True.
Before all this happened. He was still touring. So he was still getting money. And that's, and everybody knows that really as an artist, for you that don't know, a lot of artists that get signed, they don't get their money from the album sales.
Right.
They get their money from hitting the road. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So Kel stays on the road. That's why the Shy Lights is still on the road. That's why Frankie Beverly and the Maze is still on the road. And they still singing songs from 1970.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Because the money ain't in them making another album right now. The money is them staying on tour. So I think that he still has some semblance of money. And obviously one independent woman paid $100,000.
Well, rumor has it that she said he's her friend.
I mean,
and it's okay. If that's your friend, that's your friend. Because if my friend was in trouble, I probably would help them too.
I don't know. If my friend,
depending on what they did,
that's what I'm saying. If my friend pissed on somebody, I wouldn't be paying $100,000 for them to get out of jail. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, nigga, you pissed on somebody that was 14 years old.
Depending on what they did. But rumor also has it that Kel was. He doesn't have the rights to his music, so this is the only.
Oh, that ain't no rumor. That nigga, he don't own nothing. That is not a rumor. He is
signed
dead.
Over everything. So the only thing that he's making money off of is the songs that he wrote for other artists, as well as touring. So he does have a little bit of pocket money.
Yeah.
And then not only that, he ain't paying child support, so he got a lot of money. He $100,000 in debt.
Wifey said lock that nigga up. Ex-wifey said lock that nigga up.
Well, how many of you all knew that she was even a wife? I didn't know. I didn't know he had a wife.
We didn't know until the show came out. Hollywood Wives came out. And I was like, who he get that?
Where he get her?
Where she come from?
We children.
Oh, she was on Hollywood Wives?
Yes. Yeah. The first airing of it. She was a part of that.
Sky, call the station. We waiting on you to call into the station, Sky. Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how everybody found out about her.
Yeah, because
nobody knew. None of that. And she from here. She from Chicago.
Yeah. All this
she was hid in the basement.
A majority
hid off in the basement.
A majority of his victims were from Chicago. And they like chicken nuggets.
He got a Big Mac and they got chicken nuggets.
Come on. They
with the 6-piece with the toy, right?
Hey,
toy.
Hey, guess what the toy was? You got a pea stick.
You know
what I'm gonna do with you?
I mess. I want to add a new little segment. Okay, I am just such a fan of music.
Make sure your mic is your cord is in. I think you're coming in and out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
can
hear
you
you good.
Okay.
I hear you good now. Let's go.
Yeah, so I don't think that we highlight, good music anymore. Sometimes this mess on the radio is just I don't know what it is. Everybody can rap to it now. So there were 2 new releases that I would suggest everybody, check out their albums, okay? So if you love India Arie, she has a new album out this year that's called Worthy. So I want everybody to check that out. I've been listening to it, and I really, really, really like it. So check that out. And then 2, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Avery Sunshine?
Oh, I love her.
Okay, yes, she has a new album out. It's called 2064.
Oh, I have to purchase that.
Yes.
See,
yes,
I gotta ride her. I gotta ride her right quick.
Avery Sunshine.
These albums are not new.
They said 2019.
Okay, listen. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
We was bumping that last year in 2018 on the show.
It says 2019
matter
when
of fact,
I went and looked into it. I'm just
what
saying.
song is it? Give me
The
one.
whole
the whole
album. The
album.
whole
The
album
whole
I have been
album
bumping.
came out.
I have been bumping, excuse me, all of y'all that have been watching NPR with me, and I got that show running. I have been running. Matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do because my co-host, our show ignoramus at this moment in this time.
Really?
Yes, because
Okay, really?
I have been,
Alright,
they
right,
acting
right.
because
Okay.
they acting like they talking about new music. Let me give
I'm
y'all
just
this new-
saying, ain't nobody ever.
You
I
got
ain't never
to
heard
say-
of Every
no,
Sunshine before,
you
and I
can't
didn't
be
even
dra-
know
I
that
love her.
that
I
India
bump her
had
all
dropped
the
a new
time.
album.
All my listeners that really listen to the show, I want to thank y'all because y'all know I be bumping that Avery Sunshine
And you
all
so
the time.
wrong.
I
Well,
want to
for-
thank
well,
y'all
for all
that
the new
all of
people.
y'all that do watch the show. I want to bless you.
You so wrong.
I want all
because
my
I watch
all
the
my
show and I talk on the show. How about that?
I don't
Hell,
even know
only
what
met
this
you
she's
doing. I
talking.
met you this last year, so I didn't even know about your show.
Just because y'all both got black on right now, I'm gonna let it slide.
That's all right.
If
though.
y'all out there watching the
Wakanda
show,
forever.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I really don't know where that came from. I really don't. Like that just was a random.
It was random.
It
I
was
felt
so
it. I felt
random.
it all up in here.
But you know what? You a blessing. You a blessing. Shout out to Melody Smith. Who we got watching the show so far? Y'all see any names out there?
We got Black Ivory out here watching the show right now.
What's up, Miss Ivory? Who else? Who else? I know I see some. Click the like button. See? Look at you. Oh, I'm gonna roast y'all so good today. Today gonna be a good day. Hey. Look at y'all just looking at them like I'm looking at them on the screen right now.
No,
What happened?
Let me just remove myself from the screen right now.
Hold on, I'm trying to wait.
This is two black women working real hard, and
What happened?
one with a phone and one with a computer.
I mean, we trying to be proactive. I mean,
Yes.
Did y'all share the show?
Yes, I
Yes.
shared it.
We got watch parties jumping.
yes. Hold on, I'm trying to.
We got 6 viewers
Okay.
right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Right,
Well,
I'm
each
trying
one
to-
of them 6 viewers need to up the viewership. And hey, we got to make that announcement. Everybody that did not know, y'all used to us being a Defiant TV. We are still Defiant Media Group, but we are rebranding the show. We are no longer the Facts of Life. It is a segment on the show now. Shout out to Miss Shan. Her segment is the Facts of Life. We got breaking news with Phyllis Nicole, and I'm waiting on Sky to call in with her Sky High self. You know, she's so special. I think I see her. Sky, are you there? Sky?
Yes, I'm here.
Bless your heart, you little,
Yes.
you beautiful thing, you. How you doing?
No, don't be trying to butter me up. Y'all always talking shit to me.
Oh, I wasn't talking
Nuh-uh.
about you,
No,
Sky.
I was though. I was. I don't give a damn.
No.
Why
I'm
y'all
talking
do?
about Russ. He always
No.
talking junk.
I love you though. It's real love around here
It's
though.
all good.
What's been going on with you this week, Scott? What's going on with you?
What's happening?
What's going
happening
on?
in the news?
What's going on with you? You missed it. Did you miss
Me?
the news? We
I'm sick.
You sick?
I'm sick.
Oh,
That's what's going on.
oh, Sky.
I don't know. That sounded like a premeditated sick. She was like, I don't know. I'm sick. I'm sick. I don't know. Sky just trying to get some attention right now because I done cussed out. All right, Sky, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better.
Yes.
Thank you, man.
Don't drink
I
no.
appreciate
Don't
it.
drink nothing from R. Kelly. Don't
Oh
drink
my
no
God.
lemonade.
Oh,
my
Lord.
God.
Here we go.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep it
That's the
one.
last time
Don't
I'm gonna
drink
bring
the
Kim up in
lemonade.
news.
I mean,
No- no
this
more
won't be the
R.
last
Kelly.
time because this
No more
case
R.
is
Kelly in the news.
just getting started. It is.
Okay.
And you know what?
Oh.
He gonna do some time this time. I
Yeah.
really
Oh,
truly
definitely.
believe
No,
that.
let's talk about that.
What?
Since we talking about the news, let's talk about the lawyers this week and how they been japping. The lawyers, the prosecutor is not playing. The prosecutor was like, man,
Double jeopardy.
he came right in like, excuse me, this is going out to the defense team. Take your head out of your ass. I've never heard a lawyer say that before.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, he literally said, take your head out of your ass. Your defendant is fighting for his life.
Yes.
And then he said, and if we find out anything about any jury tampering or witness tampering, we going straight to the state's attorney because we ain't going to have what he did the last time in the trial. And he was like, we know he did it the last time in the trial. He was like, if he do it this time, we at him.
100%. I just think that a lot of people have grown up in, predominantly, like, they've been surrounded by so many, females, and they don't know how. Like, they just haven't had that example, so they try to piece together what they see. And if you're not around the right type of person or the right type of environment, then you just you take in and you become that container of all this negativity, and then it just filters out in your relationships. And then it's like, and you trying to, you may have this idea of how this thing should go and how you want it to go, but you don't know how to properly communicate it, and it just falls to pieces.
If I'm a male, listen to this. This is what I'm about to tell y'all. If I'm a male and I'm 6 years old and I'm in the house with my mama, my grandmama, my aunties always coming through. You feel what I'm saying? My sister's girls is coming through.
And you pick it.
And only time I see a male come through is this nigga might sneak in the middle of the night. He might go to the movies with us, but we don't see that nigga really again, because he really only there to just sort of. Because guess what? It's a package deal. I gotta be here. If I want this, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta ease in. I gotta fit in. The average male is so broken and just average. And guess what? I'm telling y'all this from a brother that was broken, like completely smashed and broken. I take that back. I was broken, but I wasn't shattered. But you feel what I'm saying? Like I did have males around me when I was coming up. I was raised around a lot of females, but I had a lot of males that would just cuff me and be like, would tell my mama, I got him. I got him. I'm taking him to church this weekend. Or I got him for this. Well, I'm taking him over here, So they weren't around all the time, but I had a semblance of them. I saw them with their wives. Or I saw, you know what I'm saying? And I always said, okay, I would take a piece from that. Say, I want this. I don't want none of that. I definitely don't want none of that. I don't want a woman like this. I want a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had a chance to sort of formulate what my total package was in my mind.
So how do you get to that point, like, as a man? Because at some point in time, you can. Everything else becomes an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Everything becomes an excuse. You can't keep on using, I didn't have this as an example, or I didn't have this. Okay, so at what point? You
have to get tired with yourself and your situation.
I would agree with that, too. You got to get tired. Coming from someone, I'm in my second marriage. So my first marriage was garbage because I didn't know how to be a wife. Although that individual had been married before, I hadn't. So I didn't know how to be a wife. It was a new experience. The communication factor was just done. He didn't know how to communicate with me. And not only that, we were from two different cultures. So that's a whole nother conversation right there. But we couldn't communicate. And it wasn't until I said, and of course that marriage is done, it wasn't until I said enough is enough, like you said, I had to get tired. And then I had to learn how to be quiet and just take in and listen to what the other individual, my husband, is saying to me. And he had to do the same thing because he was married before too. So we had to learn how to listen to one another. Now, we're not going to agree all the time. We have to learn how to agree to disagree. And once we were able to do that, granted, if I was pissed off about something, I took a couple of days to get myself together, because I truly believe that if I say it first and you don't let me go back and think about it, I'm going to say something and I'm going to hurt you, because I know my mouth and I know I will cut you. But because I said, no, I don't want to do that in this situation. And see, I lived in a family with nothing but women too. I had my grandfather and my uncles, but my father wasn't there. So I had an absentee dad. So I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I was generally dating men that were way older than me because I was looking for something that I thought that they could give me. But then when they tried to control me, I was like, oh, no, player, we don't roll like that. So my mouth was too big at the time. But I had to learn how to be and when I say this, ladies, I don't mean no harm, because we are all equal, but I had to learn how to be submissive to my husband, who is my mate. If I'm with him, then I'm trusting that he is going to lead me in the right direction. Whatever we do, that is going to be right. Now, if it ain't right, then I'll back off and be like, yo, wait a minute, we got to talk about this. and he not control me, and I definitely won't control him, because that happens too when the woman is the controlling one in the relationship.
And that's all bad. Because for one, you taking him out of his position, and he's not standing in his position. You
Right.
feel as the head. Now, if you don't believe in men being the head, I ain't talking to you. But if I'm talking to those that want a man that's going to be the head. You can't be challenging. You can challenge, but you can't be opposition.
Right.
You can challenge a thought process. You can challenge a conversation. You can challenge anything. But being opposition when you my opponent as opposed to my partner,
That's the problem.
you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we should be a team. I shouldn't be looking across the ring trying to figure out, and I've been there,
Yeah.
like I did a show called Sleeping with the Enemy. And in this show, I had a friend. I think I talked about this about a month ago. A young lady who actually was one of the people that actually helped us start when we were Rush Radio Incorporated. Shout out to my girl, Miss Loretta, down south. Miss Loretta came home one day. Like, I got to give the whole backdrop of this story. Loretta was married. Loretta had a beautiful relationship as she thought it to be. She had 2 children, and a husband. I gotta keep coming back to that husband thing, because this husband thing is so deep. In the process, the husband said, "I'm tired of where we live in this small little town. I want to move. I want to go somewhere where it's a little bit more popping. I'm sick of my family around here. I want to move." What do you think the good wife did?
She moved.
She went and found the house. So the new house was about, maybe I think what she told me was about an hour away. And what made it so weird, she said this was the same house that she had prayed about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. She went to try to get the house. They could not get the house. And she went back, got the house, and didn't even realize when she pulled up at the house that was the house that she had said that she really wanted.
Wow.
She gets the house, signs the lease. Then the husband says, "I need some more time to move." Follow this story, y'all. This is a deep story. So one day, it's about, everybody know me. I'm a night owl. I can be up at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Y'all see me posting 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So this particular morning, I just checked my Facebook, and I see Loretta is live. And at first I was sort of thrown back. You know how when you go on your Facebook, you don't hear the audio, you just see the video. And this is when Facebook Live first started.
Okay.
So I'm looking like, what's going on? And I noticed that there's a male half dressed or basically naked, but he's leaning over, like he's standing behind the bed, but he's linked over the bed. He's sort of like covering himself up a little bit. So I hear Loretta going off, and then the live goes off. So I'm like, let me watch the live again. I watched the replay. Loretta said, and because I was on her live telling her to calm down, so she called me, so I got a chance to talk to her before I watched the live. She said, "Russ, I was sitting at the crib, and the Lord said, put some clothes on and go to the house." And she said, right before I got ready to walk out the house, I had on my Nikes. The Lord said, "Put on your Timberlands." She put on
I'm
her
scared
Timberlands.
to find out the end of this story.
I'm like, come on, get
So
going.
she put on her Timberlands. Listen. So my girl jumps in the car, drives about an hour to the house. She says when she pulls up at the house.
The new house.
No, she leaves the old house, the new house, to go to the old house because he ain't left yet, remember?
He need more time.
Oh, that's right.
He needs more
Okay.
time.
More time.
She pulls up to the house and she sees his car, but she also sees another car in the driveway.
Oh boy.
So what she decided to do was, instead of going through the front door, was to come into the back door. So she came in the house and touched the back door and noticed that in the bedroom door was locked.
look at.
Well, just like anybody that should know they house and they surroundings, she knew how to get in that door. So she came in, and when she opened that bedroom door, she found her husband in the bed with the chick from the corner grocery store. That was supposed to be a lesbian.
That's why he needed some more time to move, because he been telling her she was a lesbian and didn't want him, when that was his excuse to get out the door.
Wait a minute, and this nigga had the nerve to sort of be like, well, you got up and left. I'm like watching this shit like, bro, you asked her to move. You said you wanted to move. You wanted a better surroundings. Now you throwing it in her face like she just got up and did something without your approval. She's no longer with this guy. I did see one other video with her and him, and that was her putting him out, you know. And I just told her, quit putting, you know, your lives out there.
I was about to say
that video went viral. She took it down. No, she took because see, this is what made her so mad. Because after she caught him, she was like in a little modeling thing like that down where she was from. And she was doing like some internet competition, just like how you ladies were just doing.
Okay.
And he went on that page and called her everything from up under the sun, called her fat, ugly.
After he got caught?
Called her everything that you can imagine calling her. And at that point, she lost it. You know, she just, I recognized that what it was. She had just sort of, she was at her wit's end. She couldn't believe that the nigga that she loved so much had did what he did to her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's unfortunate.
And that's one of the things I want to talk about too. How do men and women differentiate? I don't know if I said it right. How do they break up the differences and how to break up? Because I think women know how to break up better than men. A woman will call you and say it's over.
Not all the time.
The majority of the time, though. Like when a woman is done.
When she done, she done.
When a woman is done, that's what my point is. Yeah. When a woman is done, a woman will be like, I'm done. Men have the capacity to move on without closing chapters.
That's because they hoping that they can slide back in if something goes wrong.
Let me hear from Sky. I want to hear from Sky. Let me get Sky because we got two people on the line that we're gonna get back because we're getting ready to go to our next commercial break in about 8 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on? What is your thought process about what we're talking about?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
Sky high to the motherfucker
trying to get myself
right
together, but what? You talking junk again?
Just go ahead and come in with the conversation before you get treated for your life.
Oh my goodness. Women are very clever when it comes to anything. We have ways of getting out of stuff. You might not have known we did something that we did. We taking it to the grave. You feel me? So we think about the stuff and then we execute. Whereas
I got to bring the ladies back up because y'all got a real sneaky look when she said that. The ladies in the room just got real sneaky, like. No, the girls in the room when you said that was like, yeah, you dirty right. Sons of guns.
Whatever.
Go ahead, Sky.
You good, girl? Come on.
So yeah, like we think, we think it through, and then we execute our plan. Whereas men, y'all just dive into it. So y'all gonna get caught. You don't even think about what's gonna happen after the fact or what's gonna happen if she come in the room and see me
true.
Or she going through all the other stuff because we investigators.
Yeah, that's true.
For it all. So we are. Yes, we are. I'm gonna investigate everything. But men on the other hand, y'all think with the other side. Y'all don't think with the brain. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, we focus on more of we gotta plan it out versus y'all just dive into it. So I guess in relationships, when you're trying to break up with somebody, we're still gonna go in slowly and let you down. Whereas a man will be like, look, this is what it is. I'm not trying to be with you anymore. Such and such and such. No. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. And
what kind of niggas you dealing with? You dealing with them dirt dog ass niggas. Because the average nigga just stopped calling. He just stopped. Like, that's what, come on, I'm being real. The average nigga just stopped calling. Like, that's what we do. We be like, I can't talk to you no more.
We got a caller on the line.
and we just like, I'm done. We got another guy. Yeah, I want to hear what our call is. Yeah.
No,
Call her. 847-702. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name, and I just don't want to mess it up.
No, that's all right. You can call me AC.
AC, that's what I'm talking about. AC Green, like it's hot in the summertime. We need some AC. Let's go, AC. Let's go.
Okay, so all right, I'm 39, right? When I was in my early 20s, the way that I broke up with this woman, and after we broke up, like, you know, we had a crib together. I was like, yeah, you got to go. You know, helped her get her own spot. We had one car between us. I gave her the car. You know, sometimes my father told me sometimes you got to tear a piece of your butt off if you want to, you know, save yourself.
Yeah, you got to cut it loose. You got to cut it loose. Nigga, cut it loose. I know, nigga, I've done it. I got to cut it loose.
Man. Yep. So I'm like, all right, peace out. You know, go ahead. And so after I broke up with her, maybe like a week later, she came through and we slept together. And she left, you know what I mean? A couple weeks later, she came through. Like, we were still sexually active after the relationship had ended for almost up to a month. And I'm bringing that up to say that you were talking about the different ways that men and women break up. Like, when I break up with you, it's like it didn't really have anything to do with the sex. Like, I'm not committed to you. I'm not, you know, involved with you in that way. Whereas I think with women, it's different. Like, when women break up, it's like you're completely gone with nothing from you, whatever. You know, so it does depend on who does the dumping, first of all. Now, the last time I broke up with somebody, I was in my early 30s, maybe 31, 32, something like that, and or late 20s. And the way I broke up with her was through text. You know, peace out.
That nigga said love.
Peace out.
Now that ain't right. Peace out. Deuces. Man.
That nigga said love, piece of hair grease.
She was at home crying because you broke up with her like that.
What she did was wrong. Like, I mean, how much should I care about your feelings when you tell me you don't care about
that
mine?
nigga said, you deserve a break today. It's over.
Y'all are wrong. Oh, my.
Okay, wait. Okay.
I can't do this no more. Peace.
Oh, wow.
That's what I need to do. Hey, listen out there. If you out there listening to me right now and it needs to be over, it's over. Peace. Put my two fingers up. Peace, nigga. It's over.
Don't do that. You might get a fatal attraction. And she'll be like, it ain't over until I say it's over. Then she be at your door every morning.
Shane, do you see me? Look at me, Shane. Look at me.
Going,
No, Shane, look at me. Shane, just look at my face real quick. Like, everybody that's listening to the show, just want you to understand these 3 words.
No.
Bitch is over. Deuces. That's 4 words. Deuces.
And she gonna be at your door.
Said I gotta leave. You alone. Get my bags and get the hell on.
You remember that movie, Brothers? She gonna have her wedding dress on with her shotgun. Talking about no, nigga, it ain't over.
But see, you know what my man just said that made so much sense, but it's sad, brothers. We gotta learn to let it go. Like, we can't just tap it no more. I'm serious, because what happens is when we keep tapping it, we just prolonging the agony of the shit that we've already made the decision that we don't want. So it's sort of stupid if you know that you don't want to be with somebody, but you're talking about, well, I'm just going to hit it and whatever. You know you don't want to be with this person. And trust me, guaranteed, even if it's good, I'm telling you from experience, even if it's good, at some point you'll be like, this just ain't what it used to be. And my brother,
yeah, man, but she used to do these things, though. You know,
your balls gonna turn blue by the end of the night.
But that, all right.
She said you living just fine without it. What you doing with the mic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Push it in.
It just took a little longer to break that part off than I would have initially anticipated. You know?
Yeah, it did take you a little longer to break that thing off.
And you know what? And then breaking it off, like, you keep coming back. Women do it too now. You keep going back and forth with the individual, and you don't want to be with them, but they still hoping and praying that the relationship.
Let it go.
Yeah, you gotta let it go. I agree with that, but don't keep going back. I mean, now this woman is broken, and when she goes into the next relationship, she's gonna be thinking about how you broke up with her and you was hitting it and quitting it. And that's gonna be bad for the next brother.
But see, that's a two-way street.
You know, women are emotional beings, though.
There's a difference between me going back to her and her coming back to me and me just saying, okay, for tonight.
Brother,
it's wrong.
Brother, no, stop. Let me check this nigga right now. Hold on. Hold on.
AC was trying to pull it.
Hold on. You was brother all night long. Now it's like, nigga, stop. You went for brother. Now it's like, nigga, stop, nigga. Because listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Bro, okay, I'm going to ask you this question, bro. Have you ever been with that same woman and then after the sex she was like, get the fuck out? Like,
no, that's just not my personality. And again, in this story, I'm in my early 20s. I was a very young.
Oh yeah, you was just thirsty. You was just thirsty for every piece of. Yeah, you was ready.
Later in life, I'm almost 30, and I'm in the same situation, and I was like, peace out.
See, that's when you be like, you gotta go. You gotta. See, I'm 43.
So I learned.
See, bro, I'm 43, and I'm gonna tell you, it was one point in my life. It was like, yeah, let's just party and whatever. But nigga, at 43. I'm just being real with you, bro.
We too old for that.
Yeah,
nobody anywhere our age. It'd be like, stupid.
Nigga, it'd be like, yo, I don't even. Like at 43, you should know the conversation. You should know when you coming over just to have sex.
Yes.
And when if you.
It shouldn't be.
You should know when you should.
That's what you doing.
Let me break it down this way, ladies.
And you should know when a relationship is over at this
You
particular
keep touching it. It's all right. It was okay. Now it's not all right. All right, now fix it.
now?
Bring it here. Bring it here.
Push it in. Here.
Just.
Okay. At our particular
Let me fix it.
No, can I say what it's gonna say first before you start fixing microphones and pushing stuff in? Can we just fix the thing? I'm just saying. So, what?
Just give me the mic like I said in the first place. Y'all over there beating on products. Just pass it to me, man.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, at this particular age, regardless of the relationship, like, I mean, you should know. I mean, we're adults, and like me, I'm not giving no grand speeches. If something is over, you feel it's not right, then why do I have to sit here and explain to you what's right or what's wrong with this relationship? Like, no, like I'm the type of person to where like I'm not giving you no explanation because you know what you've done. You know that has and
that's the end of my reachability.
Okay, that's it.
You got it. Push the bottom of the cord in. That's what it is. We're going to have wireless cords next week.
I'm doing it. Is it? Okay.
Yeah, we good.
I'm not giving no grand speeches anymore. I'm not explaining nothing to nobody. I feel like you should know. I'm the type of person to where, like, once I have X'd you out my life, my block hand is so good.
Block.
You touching that bottom part. Push it back in. Cool. Yeah, there you go. Just push it in. Don't touch it. When it's in there, don't touch it with your finger. Oh, Jesus. Y'all just pass by.
Either way.
Just put that down.
Okay. Either way. I'm not giving you no grand speeches. I'm not doing none of that. When you're done with a situation, you don't have to tell anybody what they've done wrong. That's it. It's a wrap. You leave.
So you don't think nobody?
May I interject?
You don't need.
Go ahead. Let's see what the caller got to say.
Okay. Ahead.
What you say?
Yeah. So okay, I'm sorry, and pardon me if I'm cutting you off.
No, you good.
I would just like to say that I understand where you're coming from. However, closure is important for people like you. You can do me wrong, right?
I agree.
And in my mind, I'm like, okay, you tried it, but now it's over. But if you want an explanation, you can call me and I'll tell you. Yes, if you just need to hear it, this is why we're done.
That's
blah,
when you
blah blah blah.
But see, that's a person that knows that. That's a person that knows that they done and they cool with it. See, like when you still got the emotion to dip and dab in it, you're not in that place to be like, well, let me tell you. I can tell you why. Because guess what? To tell somebody why you don't want to be with them is not an easy thing to do. Right. It's not.
It's a mature thing to do.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like to sit in front of somebody and say, listen, this is why it didn't work between the two of us. It's a lot deeper than just walking away. You know what I mean? And like you said, it's a lot more mature. And it also
important.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry. It's also important to acknowledge the fact that the time that you've been with this person matters. Okay, if we've been dating for like 2 weeks, I don't have to explain anything to you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But if we've been together for years, first of all, my love for you hasn't been fake. Even if your love for me has been fake, mine for you hasn't been. I love you if I've been with you that long. All right? So it's not that easy for me to act like I don't care about your feelings, no matter how hurt I am. I love you. I believe I love every woman I've ever been with.
No, I haven't.
To this day.
No,
so I'm not going to treat them like they don't exist or that their feelings aren't important. I'm not going to give them the power to have a negative impact on my life, but I'm not just going to treat them like I never loved you. And I think a lot of times it's easier for women to do that because, their feelings work different than ours. Like, they get cold-blooded.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do that.
AC,
like,
you are a bro nigga tonight. Because you half bro, you half nigga. Cause I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna say what the fellas won't say, but the ladies need to hear. Every woman that I have been with, I have not been in love with. Every woman that I have had sexual relationships with for a long period of time, I have not been in love with. I have had women that have fell in love with me, and I did not fall in love with them.
Did you let them know?
I think you and I are saying very different things.
Did you let them know that you weren't in love with them?
The difference is, like, anyone that I'm with for an extended period of time is someone that I'm in a relationship.
You mean somebody that you with? Okay, I'm talking about
somebody I'm with.
No, I'm talking about.
No, they don't count.
So let me ask you a question. So if you were, let's just say, for instance, you had a sexual relationship with a woman for 6 months to a year, and it was just a sexual relationship. Y'all just agreed to be together. And you found
it's just a sexual relationship.
And it's just a sexual relationship. If you got into a serious,
if it's just a sexual relationship.
Hold on, let me ask the question.
Well, I'm a different kind of dude.
Hold on, let me ask the question first. Let me ask the question. So let's say, for instance, you've been having sexual relationships with somebody from 6 months to a year, but then you find somebody that you really like and you want to settle down with that person. You don't think that the person that you've been with for 6 months to a year that you should be able to tell them, hey, listen, I met somebody. And this is why, we can't continue, as opposed to just cutting it off. You don't think that it don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a love bond, but y'all done created a bond within 6 months to a year.
No, you're right. But you and I are not saying different things.
Okay.
We're just talking about two different subjects.
Okay.
So to answer your question, yes, absolutely. Like, first of all, even if it's just a sexual relationship that I'm having with somebody for 6 months to a year, I like them. Like, this is not somebody whose feelings I don't care about. So if I happen to be dating and I meet somebody who I want to be serious with, I would go and explain to them, hey, what we had was great, but I'm going to have to end that because, I found something that I think is a little more, I don't want to say substantial or better, but something that I really want to invest in seriously.
It's more suitable for you.
And I would tell her, I don't see no problem with that.
AC is different.
And if the woman who I'm dealing with now that I want to take seriously, I'll tell her too, whether she asks or not. So hey, I'm not in a relationship, but I have been dating before I met you. But I'm interested in you. This seems like it's getting serious. So I just want you to know that I've ended, everything that came before you.
I appreciate AC, but you different than a motherfucker, chick.
Because
you a bro nigga.
I'm not a double.
Hey, I'm gonna get you a shirt made with Defiant on it, and it's gonna say Black BNN, Black Nation News and Entertainment, and on the back it's gonna say bro nigga. I'm gonna get you. I'm telling you, bro. You think I'm playing, bro? You think I'm playing? Inbox me. Listen to me. Inbox me by the end of this show, and I promise you, bro, I'm gonna get you that shirt made, bro. I promise you. That's my word.
Now that we reached this point in our relationship, brother.
All right, bro, nigga.
I want to express to you that I have, at no point in my life after the age of 18 have I referred to myself as a nigga or allowed anyone else to. I understand this is comedy. But no, please don't meet the brother nigga shirt.
All right, I'm gonna get you a bro ninja shirt. You gonna get a bro ninja shirt. You gonna get bro ninja, bro ninja. No, bro ninja. And it's gonna have it's gonna have a black samurai on it. You think I'm playing, bro? Inbox me by the end of this show, bro. I'm a custom make you a shirt, bro, with Defiant Media Group, BNN, Black Nation News and Entertainment, bro. My bro ninja. That's my dude. Hey, AC is the bro ninja, bro. And I hope this is not the last time you call into the show either. I really do enjoy your conversation. If y'all out there listening to the show, feel free. We got like just under 30 more minutes in the show. Dial in to 605-475-4758, 605-475-4758, 116-331. Hey, you know what we're about to get into? I'm just going to bring it up right. It's about time to get sky high. It's about time to get sky high. Last week, I didn't play her music, so let me go ahead and get her music crunked up right quick. Let's go ahead and get it. Hold on, everybody pause just for a second. Today you're tuning in to another edition of Sky High with your host, Sky Motherfucking High, because she's always Sky High. What's going on, Sky? Go ahead and drop Sky High for us.
So in the entertainment news this week, we all know that Tristan Thompson, I guess that's his name, cheated on Khloe Kardashian.
All the Kardashians get sleeped on.
Again. What? Look, I don't know.
She needs to quit messing with athletes.
But now, she is a mess. But now, right, okay. That's none of my business. I ain't got nothing to say about that. Who they sleep with. It seems like it's a trend of black men. You know, they love the black men. The mama love the black men. You know, everybody like a black man. And they keep cheating. I just don't know what's going on. So now the little sister, her best friend cheated with Tristan. It's all they keeping it in their family, I guess. Now the little black girl out of the circle. They have shunned her out of the family. No more Jordan Woods. I just want to know. I'm here for what she about to say on Red Table Talk. That's what I want to hear about. Whether she had, did she mess with the dude or not? I want to know. Did you mess with him, Jordan, or no?
Well, Sky, I can say something to that about the young lady. Yes, what was her name? Jordan. Jordan went to the party where Tristan was. That's his name, right? She went to the party where Tristan was. She didn't know Tristan was gonna be at the party, and then Tristan tried to, he did kiss her or whatever, and they found out about it, and Khloe and them went ham on this young girl, and she don't even want this dude. So at the red table, did you know that Will Smith and Jada were her godparents, right? Yeah, they were her godparents. They are her godparents.
Time out, though, G. Did you see the other half when she came out and said that she went to the party so drunk that she don't even know how she got to the party? So she sucked that dang drunk in the mud.
She didn't do that. I'm
telling
what
you,
happened
they
was,
do have no. If there is I'm telling you that she released a statement, said that she was so drunk. She was out with her girls before that, and she got so drunk.
Miss Palmer said she did not mess with that dude. That's what Miss Palmer just said in the comments.
I'm gonna go look up the facts. I got facts.
Whose fault is it? Is it hers or is it Tristan?
All I know is that Jada and Will took up for their goddaughter, and they told her, we got your back. She was young, and when you young, we do stupid stuff. But this young lady, the way they blasted her like that was just totally uncalled for, because someone said, your girl down here at Tristan's house. And then keep in mind that Khloe is so much older than this woman. Khloe, why you even messing around with the 20-year-old? She over 30 years old.
But shouldn't we blast somebody that sleeps with a married person? Can't we blast that?
But you ain't got to put it on social media and in the tabloids like that. You could have just had a conversation. Listen, if she's a family friend.
When you are a celebrity, when you go to the club, TMZ, all these niggas is out to take shots and pictures and be in your business. Like, come on, let's keep it 100, though. They have whole industries that are designed to stay in your business.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
But first of all, we need to quit acting like the Kardashians.
The Kardashians
need to realize that you are not royalty. So stop acting like y'all untouchable. Stop acting like y'all
they are royalty. They white trash royalty.
No, they are not.
They are white trash royalty.
Royalty,
baby. They are white trash royalty.
But listen, first off, how did you get the man? He just had a baby.
You a Kardashian.
So what?
That's because that's what they do. They chase down young black niggas to ruin their lives. You name one. No, you name. Stop what I'm saying. Stop. I'm about to ask you a question. I want you to give her back the mic. You name one person that the Kardashians slept with the exception of Ray J, that they didn't shit their life over? Name one.
The game.
Name one. Niggas in brothels doing cocaine.
Okay, right, but they go after. But check it. They go after the black man who's already broken.
That's what I just said.
Or a no name. Like they go after somebody who, like, we didn't know who Tristan Thompson was for real. No, we didn't know who he was.
Niggas
in life, like how you get up and go to work. Their job is to get up and go to work by writing the raunchiest letter they can, handing it to somebody like me, and offering me something to hand it to one of the athletes, right? And so the reason I bring this up is because their mother was one of those people. Their mother bagged an Olympic athlete back in the day, all right?
Yeah.
She raised her girls
Mr. America at the time. They called this dude Mr. America.
Game, right? So these are second generation athlete hoes, for lack of a better expression, right? And if you look into, what's her name, the one that married to Kanye, what's her name?
This was amazing. So this week I need to make sure that her music is pumped and primed, because this is just another edition of The Facts
It takes a
of
lot
Life.
to get 'em right when you're learning the facts of life. Learning the facts of life. Learning the facts of life.
Nigga.
Yo, that was my favorite show when I was a little girl.
All right,
Tim
Tootie.
Fields. Yes, I was the black girl on the show. All right, so here we go with the facts of life. Y'all heard the show today. We talked about battle of the sexes, and the question of the hour is: should we really be battling? Should we be battling the battle of the sexes? Should we be coming against one another, male and female? You need to think about it and ask that question. What are you doing? What are your aspirations and goals? What type of relationship do you want to have? Do you want to be with a woman that's gonna love you? Do you want to be with a man that's gonna love you? Or are you just playing in the game? You need to figure out whether you're playing or you're serious, or what do you want in life. You heard the brother AC come on the line, and he gave a great tribute to what he thinks and how he feels. But at the same time, we need to be serious about these things. We need to know what type of relationship we're seeking and what we're wanting to do. Are we seeking security? Are we caring? Are we using our words correctly? Are we communicating with one another? Are we just talking? Are we playing, or are we living? Are we talking? Are we for real? Are we lying to one another? What do you desire? What is your equality? What do you want in a woman? What do you want in a man? What are you looking for? Are you looking for someone that's going to toss you to the side and treat you like crap? Or do you want someone that's going to love you for you and all your imperfections? What do you want? So this is the Facts of Life with Miss Chan, and you need to ask yourself those questions. Who do you love? Do you love yourself? Do you want a man that's going to love you? Do you want a woman that's going to love you? Are you going to treat her right? Are you going to treat him right? Ask yourself that question, and let's stop playing with these people.
Well, I'll be goddamn.
All right.
Give it up to Miss Shan in another edition of The Facts of Life. Look how she put the microphone down. She didn't want to drop it.
Okay.
The microphone.
She didn't drop the mic because nigga, she
the
didn't.
mic.
No, you drop that nigga, you gonna pay for a new one next week. I'm just trying to tell you.
I got two at home. I'll bring it to you.
Ain't that about a? No, we're gonna have 2 cordless mics next week. We expanded. Hey, listen. Hey, anybody got questions for your man this week? I got my open 6 questions for the entire panel. So right now, hey brothers, I got my man AC, I got Rob online, I got Shan, I got Scott online, and I got Miss Phyllis in the building. So that's 5 people right there. I'm going to answer 1 question from each one of y'all. It has to be concerning Battle of the Sexes, and I'm going to give you the male perspective of whatever you ask me. Let's go ahead and start with Miss Shan. No, when Miss Shan typing her hands up. Go ahead and finish typing. Go ahead, Miss Phyllis. Go ahead and ask your question. Grab the microphone because people can't hear you talking to the air.
I'm sorry.
We know. It's your fault.
How about you just give the listeners some advice? How?
Now you got to ask me a question.
No, I don't
that's
have
what
a question
Ash
to
Rush
ask you.
is.
I
got one
don't
for you.
have a question.
Hold on.
to ask you.
AC, go ahead and ask your question because she over here acting like she didn't know she had to prepare a question this week. But go ahead.
All right. My question for you is, how do I want to word this? All right. Basically, what I want to know is, what are your thoughts on cheating? Man? A lot of women say that women are more forgiving when it comes to cheating, and men aren't. What's the deal with that? What's your take on that?
I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Women are more willing to receive you back and not let go of you due to cheating, where a man will let you go. However, there is a misconception when you say that women are more forgiving than men, because women don't forget shit. Women will hold that shit over you. You'd have changed your whole life, got saved, and then you get in one little conversation. She'd be like, nigga, and that's what I mean. That's when and you be like, I ain't did that shit in 10 years. See, like, so a woman does not forget. What a woman has the capacity to do is to deal with it better than a man. They don't forgive shit. Women don't forgive. Fellas, I don't give a fuck what you say out there. Women don't forget shit. They don't forgive nothing. That's why they can't listen. They will hold that thing over your head. It will be 20 years later. You will be at your mama's funeral and she will say something to you that you have completely got away from because she knows what avenues to hit with you. So I disagree with the whole forgiving thing. They don't forgive as much.
I know it's like an A and B thing, but can you handle the B part of the question? Could you forgive cheating?
Could I forgive cheating? It would depend on the person and the relationship itself. It really, I cannot say that.
Okay, well, what's the circumstance under which you would?
I'm gonna tell you what the circumstance has to be. It has to be that the connection and that I care about that person so much that what they did does not overshadow how I feel about them. Like I still want it to work. You feel what I'm saying? Like that is the difference maker. Whether it's a choice. It's not about what they did or what they didn't do. It's about a choice of what I feel about that person. If what they did I can overlook and say, listen, I'm willing to give this another try. Now, I don't condone being a fool. You find a motherfucker that's been cheating on your ass 4-5 times, you better let that motherfucker go. Don't keep giving chances. But you can be in a situation where you might have to look at what you did to make the other person make the decisions that they made. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, so cool. There's a reason I asked you.
Go ahead.
So I asked because, I snapped on by a bunch of my friends recently because I expressed that I have some rather unorthodox views on cheating.
Okay.
I personally have no desire to mess around on my lady. But I told my lady, if at some point you decide that you want to do something outside of our relationship sexually, there's an avenue for you to do that. And I think the issue is a lot of people take cheating personally, but a lot of times when people cheat, it ain't got nothing to do with
Write this down. I know what our next one. Hold on, nigga. You got bro. I'm sorry. I almost called you a nigga, but you're a bro ninja because you just gave us our topic for next week. Open relationships.
So, all right. Now, what I'm saying is, well, it's not really an open relationship.
Oh yeah. Listen, bro. I disagree with you. The second you tell your woman, I want to hear this.
Gotta hear me out. I know you think you understand where I'm going.
All right, let me hear what you're saying. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that opportunity.
All right. So, thank you. Now, I'm not saying that my woman has any desire to step outside the relationship. I sincerely don't believe that she does. But what I'm saying is that I understand that cheating is not always a personal thing. I know dudes who are madly in love with women that I sincerely believe they were in love with them, and they cheat. I know women who I sincerely believe that they were in love with the person that they were with, and they cheated and ended up hurting somebody, even though it wasn't about that person. So I know that people have desires. We would like to believe that we are our partner's everything, and I wish I could be. I hope that I am. But that's not always reality. Right. She wakes up one day and decides that she wants to know what it's like to be with a dude that's like 13 inches long.
Hold on. Just because we just got a few minutes left in the show. Hold on. Just because we only got a few minutes left in the show. So this is what I'm going to pose to you, and I want you to answer this question next week, okay? You with me? You going to call back next week? Okay.
Yep.
Oh my God. How can I formulate this question?
I didn't mean to get it all hot right now.
No, you didn't. This is good because this is where we're gonna start the conversation next week. My brother, what I propose to you, and the reason I use the word open relationship, I'm not one of those brothers. As ignorant as I can be and funny as I can be online, I'm very choosy with my words. The second that you tell somebody that I understand that might happen, you open a door to make it an open relationship, whether you understand that or not. Because if I'm with my hold on, let me just say this. If I'm with a woman and it's a relationship, right? Me and you, and we both agree that a functional relationship is normally between a man and a woman. We're not going to talk about monogamy. We're not going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about a basic relationship between a man and a woman, right? We're not talking about other lifestyles. We're just talking about man and woman. Okay? You agree? You with me so far?
I follow you.
Okay. Once you tell the person that you're with in a one-on-one relationship that is not an open relationship and that you have not expressed where we can do whatever we want to do, the second you say, I love you, but if you ever decide to do this, I'm going to understand it. You open up the door
That's why.
Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Once you have that conversation, now how you perceive it and how you wanted to relay that message to the person that you're talking to, if you're not being extremely specific, the sign and the communication that you're telling that person is, hey, listen, I understand if you just out one day with your girls, you had a drink and you met somebody and he said, I got a 13-inch cock. And you said, I want to play with that because that might be something that you just want to, something.
All due respect, you're wasting breath right now, man. Like, I'm not saying what you think I'm saying.
Okay, explain it because that's the way it sounded when you said it, brother.
You cut me off. I tried.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let me see if I can do it as quickly as possible. All right, so what I'm doing is reducing a particular anxiety that might come from resentment. All right, I know someone who died, and on their deathbed, they expressed a lot of resentment that they had. And one of the things that they expressed was that they didn't have as many experiences as they wanted to, right? So, like me, when I was younger, I was wild, and I was out there, and I was doing all kind of wild and crazy stuff. And now I'm grown, and I got this incredible, amazing woman who has done very little, if anything, in that area. Like,
are y'all listening? Because I want y'all to be able to pick up on this.
She's like this incredible, amazing woman who has done none of the ridiculous stuff that I did when I was younger that I got out of my system. So if she, not me, if she wakes up one day and decides that she feels like she missed something and she might want to have an experience outside of what I can provide for her, I told her there's a way that you can do it. There's 3 rules, and they're very simple. 1, you're an intelligent woman. You better make sure I never find out. That's rule number 1. I know that if you do that, you can do it in a way that I won't find out. You better fly to France or something and, be with somebody who I never will probably meet. 2, you have to make sure that you protect yourself. You can't be putting us at danger and risk. 3, you need to make sure that just those two. Just those 2. 2 rules for now. Because I know there's another one, but those are the 2 most important, right?
But bro,
so if you can do that, then I'm not, and I find out by some happenstance, I'm not going to leave you because at least I know that you respected me enough to try with all your might to not ruin us while you do this thing that's just so heavy on your heart.
This is
hypothetical,
bro.
Now, that doesn't make me telling her that is not going to make her want to go and sleep
bro.
with
I say this in all love, bro, because you my guy. I really appreciate what you're doing. Like, I'm not coming against you, but right now,
I know how controversial and
no, because guess what? Because I believe in certain things with certain lifestyles that are a little bit different. But bro, what I'm trying to express to you from my personal thought is, bro, that is basic. When you have that conversation with a woman, you telling her, baby, you can disrespect me as long as I don't know about it.
Basically, that's pretty much what you're saying.
That doesn't sound like disrespect to me.
No, no. Listen what I'm saying, bro. Because if you telling the woman like, yo, you can do whatever you want to as long as I don't know about it. Because guess what? If you knew about it, you wouldn't.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay. I want to let.
You work very carefully, and so do I.
Okay, well, let me see what the ladies feel about it because I know how I what I'm interpreting is hearing it. Let's see what the ladies hear.
You're gonna mess around and need a whole other hour if you bring the ladies in on this.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. I own the station, bro. I can be on. We supposed to be off the air 7 minutes ago. We can keep this boy going. Like, I ain't scared. I love conversation, and I'm one of them people that listen. Just because I disagree with your thought process does not mean that I shun your thought process. I open up the conversation just because you might say something if you explain it long enough that I'm open to listening to and hearing. But right now, what I'm saying to you, bro, is in my and I understand what you're saying is how it works for you. I'm talking about how it works for me. For me, the second I tell a woman, as long as I don't know, in my mind, I'm telling her, baby, you can do whatever fuck you want to do. Just keep it out my realm. But if I know about it, it's disrespectful to me. Phyllis is about to die. I'm looking at her face on the screen. Go ahead, Phyllis. Go ahead.
Yeah, I see her too. She like, come on, Phyllis.
Let's go, Phyllis. Let's go.
Okay. This is how these are just my thoughts. Okay. So if my man came to me and said what you just said, everything that you just said, for one, I'm going to look at it like, Dad, you really don't care about this relationship. You don't really care about me. because I mean, you just gave me a hall pass to do whatever I want to do as long as you don't know about it. So for one, I'm questioning like, so it's okay, it's acceptable for me to disrespect you.
Are you doing it?
No,
you feel what I'm saying? Like,
and
it's opening so many doors.
Right, that was my second point. So then, and that was my second point. Hold on, wait, hold on. So then that's my second point. So then I'm looking at it like, okay, you're saying this because you got something else going on that I don't know about. So you let me know, well, we gonna do what we do when we away from each other, and then when we together, then we just.
And I'm gonna ask you a question,
and it's
Phyllis,
okay.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Hold on. One second, AC. One second, AC. 1 second, AC. I'm gonna get to you 1 second, AC. And I'm gonna piggyback off what she said.
I like what you said.
Now I'm gonna piggyback off what she said, because what if the woman listens to what you say, and they perceive something and never tell you, like what she just got through saying, like, okay, all right, nigga, if that's how you feel, I feel like you doing this, and they don't ask you, like, you know, like, are you cheating? Are you doing something? Is this something you doing? You might be like, no, I'm not. You know, this might, but I'm telling you, the way that the perception of that goes. Right. It opens up the door to say, hey, listen, it's cool to disrespect me.
Right.
Because
I don't
a woman,
be with no man that I can disrespect. Like, I don't want to be with no man that
But this is the scary part. This is the scary part. What if you come across the woman that is willing to play that game with you? Do you feel what I'm saying? What happens when you?
I can answer your question very succinctly if you ask me a valid question. For some reason, it's like you have to twist. And I don't think you're doing it on purpose. It's just such a different concept than what you're used to hearing that you can't process it in the way that I'm saying it.
Oh, I can agree with that. I completely agree with what you just said. I completely agree.
On just what I'm actually saying. Now, I want to address the sister. Phyllis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Now, what you expressed is very important to me, and here's why. Because I said something and it made you feel a certain way. At the beginning of the show, I was talking about that. I was talking about feelings and how we process them and how we perceive them. Just because something makes you feel a certain way does not mean that that's what it is.
Correct. Right? You did say that earlier.
Just because I explained earlier, when I was going through this very complex thing, I explained earlier that I have no desire to step out, and I explained why I don't have that desire. But the way that you responded to that conversation was a reaction. It was an emotional thing. It was like, wait a minute, but that makes me feel like such and such, blah blah blah.
But hold on, let me ask you a question. But hold on, let me ask you a question. But in the process of that, could that be a logical thing? It doesn't necessarily have to be emotional. Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. That does not necessarily have to be an emotional thought. If you tell me,
speculation can be logical.
No. Listen what I'm saying. No, listen what I'm saying.
You said this.
Hold on, listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Listen. Hold on, listen what I'm saying. You can make a comment to me, right? And I can have a logical response that is not emotional. You feel what I'm saying? Like I can logically say, well, if it, like even what Phyllis just said.
You can say A plus B equals C.
Right.
But if there are holes in that logic, then I can point them out, and I can also point out that those holes can be attached to an emotional response, because she said feel. She said that makes me feel like. And I 100% agree with her. I see how that can make somebody feel a certain way, but that doesn't mean that's how it is.
No, but hold on. Hold on, let me get this, and I'm gonna let Phyllis get it.
Open.
Hold on, I want to say this, but no. When I say logical, when I say that, what I think, I didn't say nothing about emotional. I said it can come off it, but you can receive it as emotional.
Logical. You're drawing conclusions.
It's a conclusion.
Now, and you're talking to an NBA, so I understand.
So sometimes somebody can say something to me. And my logical response, like how we talked earlier about how men and women think differently. A woman can say something to a man and we have a different response than that woman would have because we thinking logically. We thinking about the final outcome. Yes. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, correct.
Now, that does not mean that a woman does not have the capability to look at or take that same comment and think about it in a logical way and say, well, assume.
And I did not assume that. You're absolutely correct. I didn't assume that. My woman is a psychologist. I think she's more logical than me sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I know what you're saying. It doesn't pertain to what I'm expressing to her.
Okay.
If she had not said, I feel, and then explained a faulty line of logic, I would not have contested it. Right?
Do we have any comments about this?
Exactly what she gave me. And I'm expressing my feelings and thoughts on that. That alone. I'm not adding anything to it. All I'm saying is that You can feel that way, and it makes sense to me how you would feel that way. However, if you tell yourself that's what it is without leaving open an avenue for some alternative, then you could damage, like, that's bad communication in any relationship. Like, you can damage something. We have to learn how to listen to one another.
Okay,
let's try not to let our feelings cloud that.
Okay, let's get Phyllis in here right quick, and then I want to bring Sky here. Is Sky still on the phone? Sky, are you still there, Sky?
Cool.
I think we might have lost Sky.
I'm still here.
Okay,
I'm still here.
I want to hear from Phyllis, and then I want to hear from Sky, and then I think Shan got something to say.
My whole thing is, where is this coming from? Like, why would you feel the need to even ask your mate this, or to even give them this option?
Nothing was asked.
No, but I'm just saying,
You're
I mean,
asking a question. I want to answer it. Can I answer?
Yeah, I was actually making a statement, but I mean, it's fine.
Why would you even? What would lead to a conversation like that? That's basically what you're asking. If I'm being clear.
I think what she said was.
What are you saying? Then? I thought that's what she was saying.
No, I think what she was saying is.
The right question.
Okay, can you rephrase that question? I think that I understand where you were going. I think because Shanna's in the building right now. I can look at her face and she. Try to rephrase.
I'm gonna give my time to Shan. I'm just
try to rephrase the question.
I'm just saying. I don't know, like, what is the purpose, like, of this conversation even happening? Because see, my thing.
Stop right there. Let him. Answer that question. Ask him that question. What is the purpose of the conversation?
Okay, yeah. What's the purpose of the conversation?
Thank you. Okay, if I remember correctly, when we had this conversation, it was after watching a movie about a similar situation. And a lot of times when we watch movies together, we've been together a long time. We'll watch movies together and we'll talk about it, and sometimes we'll be like, well, what if it was us in this situation? How would you blah, 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 blah,
okay.
Blah. And then I express, you know what, personally, if it was me, this is how I would feel about it under certain circumstances. So that's how that happened. Now, you have another question?
No.
Okay. Continue.
No. All I'm going to say is just that even though, it was a movie, that's great and fine. However, I don't suggest that anybody, really consider,
open that door.
You know what I'm saying? Consider this because of the consequences that can happen. You can take a beautiful relationship, and just because of this question from a movie can create complete and total chaos and have all of these questions because you can't control my thought process. You can't control, you don't know what my experiences have been in relationships or, or anything. And that can trigger so many things and just create this, this volcano of just reaction and different things just from one simple question. So be very, very, very cautious of the questions that you ask in that regard. That can take a beautiful relationship and completely destroy it because you don't know what you're activating. So that's all I'm saying.
You're absolutely right. But have you considered this also? Have you considered that I could say the word Fruit Loop and it could trigger something because something happened and she got raped or something and saw about so Fruit Loops wouldn't happen and that could trigger something too. All right? If we're communicating and I say something that makes her feel a certain kind of way, we can have that conversation too.
Yeah,
you don't have to assume anything. Someone knows that.
Okay. Okay, bro.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that blah, blah, blah. What if I did this? And then we can have that conversation.
But hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me jump in here real quick. I think it's a difference in the analogy that you just used and the analogy that you were in. Okay? Like the analogy that you were in was a natural, a natural response. Y'all were watching a movie. It was something that that y'all both could relate to at the time, and you asked the question, and you were able to have a conversation about that. It would be different if you just dropped out of the blue, outside of that movie.
Absolutely.
You feel that, and I think that's what I've been trying to get to. Like with that conversation, you can't just be like, yo, I'm about to have this conversation and drop this shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I've been going with this conversation. Like,
that's
yo, bro.
I was trying to explain it earlier, man.
And I think this is a good conversation, bro. I don't want you to feel like we under attack or we disagree in such a level that we did,
saying in general.
No, I mean there was no question asked.
Oh, no. Shan just giving her response.
I'm just saying in general. In general, if there was a question in your situation, there was no question. There was a discussion. If the other person is saying, yeah, it's okay, and they really don't agree, right? So in that situation,
that's true.
In that situation,
but that's why communication is so important.
Absolutely, and that's what I've been saying throughout the conversation tonight. And I always say in every show, you gotta communicate, especially when we're talking about relationships. Because if I don't communicate that with you in the beginning, then all balls down. We gonna do whatever we want to do.
That's sort of a weird thing to drop in the middle of a relationship,
like, right? You can't drop it in the middle.
Get some other dick.
Right, you know, and that goes back to the conversation that we had months ago about people having this what was the thing we talked about where they had all this open relationship. You had one guy, he had all these wives, you know, and they all agreed, and then in that relationship, if they wanted to get somebody else, they had to talk to the other wives or the other girlfriends to see. Okay, so in that context, and if that person is agreeing, that's on them. But in a general conversation, like if my husband came to me right now and said, yeah, Chandra, I was thinking, oh, we 10 years in, what you thinking?
If you decided to just go out and be at one of your modeling events,
right,
and a nigga just decided to say, I got a 13-inch cock.
Now, see,
he can't even come to me like that. Wait a minute, because listen, you got to listen to what and I'm only saying this because I'm bringing up what your point was. If you decide that this is a life experience that you haven't experienced before, because guess what? My woman can't come to me and be like, well, just because I haven't experienced this before, I think that I should be willing and you should be understanding.
Well, see, now we're going deeper than that because
that's what his original.
Okay.
He said like they were watching a movie and it was like something that they watched and he was sort of like, yo, well, if this ever happened, I would understand. Never experienced this before. Yeah. So this is.
Okay.
Like that's just like like me. Robert saying, hey, baby, you know, I want a threesome. I've been thinking about this threesome. I ain't never had this before.
Well, I'm going to ask the question, why you didn't say nothing in the beginning?
But see,
let's talk about it. Because that could change a relationship.
Open relationship's going to be a good conversation.
That can change a relationship in itself in general. You know, because you weren't honest in the beginning. But isn't that some of the questions that you...
Go ahead, AC. Because we're about to wrap up the show. We're 25 minutes over.
Like he can't come and talk to you, then that's going to create a whole nother series of issues within your relationship.
Oh, no, he can come and talk to me.
One person once told me to know all is to forgive all. Now, that don't mean forgive everything, but it just means that it's like with your children. Like, you don't want your children to feel like they can't come talk to you, because if they can't talk to you, they're going to go talk to somebody else. Right?
That's true. That's a communication talk piece, too.
How crazy it is.
But yeah, that's communicating too. Yes, he can.
When she comes talk to me, then I'm not gonna judge her.
Hey, listen. We ain't gonna give away next week's show right now. Okay. Next week's show will be open relationships. AC, you promised me you calling in next Sunday, right?
I will do everything. I'm a very busy man, but I will do everything in my power to be available.
You my bro ninja, man. You getting a special shirt. I need you next week. Put it on your agenda.
Can we just make sure
you
that
got it.
At the end of the
day.
And
Phyllis, thank you so much for inviting me. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate, the adult dialogue. Mm-hmm. You all are very mature and knowledgeable. This is a good time. So,
thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for making time in your busy schedule to do so. So thanks again. But I just want to leave everybody that is listening today, just be mindful that you can say or ask whatever questions that you want to your mate, but just be mindful you cannot control their mindsets. So just be very cautious in the dialogue and the conversations that you have. And of course, we have to be mature. Of course, we have to be able to communicate, but just be very cautious to not open doors that don't need to be opened, in your relationship. So that's all I pretty much got to say.
Okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to end the show like we do every week, and this is something we're going to start doing every week. We're going to ask one question. What did you learn today on BNN, Black Nation News and Entertainment? We're going to start with my girl Phyllis. We'll go to my girl Scott. Matter of fact, let's start with Scott, because Scott been sort of quiet for a minute. Scott, what did you learn this week on Black News Nation and Entertainment? Black Nation News and Entertainment.
On this episode of BNN. Well, you know that everybody is not going to think the same. When you open up a door, you have to realize that your partner might think differently from what you are, so you might not get the response that you are anticipating. So try to be more open-minded, thinking ahead, communication always with my partner, but I don't have one, so
Let's go to Miss Phyllis. Phyllis, what did you learn today?
I learned that truly communication is key in any aspect, in any relationship. And again, like Scott said, you need to be open-minded, you need to be mature, and again, just like don't open doors that don't need to be opened.
Miss Shan, what did you learn today on this edition of BNN?
Definitely communication is always key. So I'm piggybacking off of everybody and what they said. You have to be able to communicate with that individual that you are in a relationship with. And everybody has their own mindset and their way of thinking. Some people may agree or think this way, while you think another way. That's why it talks about, people being able to be equally yoked. But that's a whole nother conversation right there.
Bring it up next week.
But, people, I also learned that some people hold a lot of stuff in just because they don't want to deal with things. And going right back to that communication barrier. If you can't communicate with that individual, then that's somebody you probably don't need to be with. Because communication, I think, is number one in a relationship. You got to love them, yes, but you got to be able to communicate. You can love and not communicate. It's not going to work. Love and communicate is not going to work. You got to communicate.
Hey, AC, my brother, my bro ninja.
Yes, sir.
What did you learn this week on BNN, if you learned anything, my brother?
This week I learned that there's this very cool web talk show where I call in and kick it every Sunday with a bunch of cool, interesting, mature black folk. And I'm glad that I did.
Hey, brother, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. And I want to say this to all my co-hosts. We made a lot of changes. Yeah. And we went from Wednesday nights to Sunday nights, and I think it's for the best. People actually get to see my beautiful co-host and my beautiful co-host Sky. We tried to get her in on the video today, but we're gonna figure that out. But I would like to say that I really do appreciate my staff. Ms. Shan, we need to have a conversation. We had a conversation earlier about your role in the company. I think it's time to revisit that conversation. Okay. That VP spot.
We can do that.
That VP spot.
Okay.
Is waiting for you.
Oh, well, we talk after this.
Yeah, well, we're going to do that.
We talk
and I want to give a special shout out to my man, AC. Hey, bro, I really appreciate you. I agreed with you a lot tonight, disagreed in certain areas, but I did appreciate the dialogue, my brother. And I look forward to next week. Next week, we're going to talk about open relationships. Yeah. We're going to talk about what's okay and what's not okay. What you willing to do. Because guess what? What don't work in your bedroom works in somebody else's, and what don't work in mine.
Well, I'm going to leave you with a little something to marinate on for the next week.
All right,
give you a preview of what you're inviting me to. I spent a portion of my childhood living under my grandfather's roof. And under that roof were two of his wives.
Lifestyle. Hey, brother.
Next week.
Oh, no. Trust me, brother. I got some stuff to talk about myself, brother. Trust me, brother. Listen. Hey, matter of fact, I know a couple people. Listen, there are no time out. There are a few people on this line right now, and a lot of people that are on my
your watch party.
Yeah, in my watch party on my timeline that actually live in what is considered the lifestyle.
Oh boy,
all right.
Here we go.
So, Next Sunday at 5 p.m. is going to be very interesting because it's going to open a whole lot of doors that either need to be open or need to be closed. You heard me? So I want to thank everybody again for tuning into the show. This is the Defiant Media Group Incorporated, where we play music, movies, plays, talk shows, comedy, live events. March 15th, we will be with the Drops of Chocolate. Yes. It's a model call.
Yes, it is. And if you are an aspiring plus-size model, you are welcome to come out and go for this model call. You just never know where it'll lead you. So I admonish you, come check us out. Drops of Chocolate Modeling Academy and Entertainment will be in March 15th having a model call for a fashion show up and coming. And
April 20th. What's going on April 20th?
April 21st is the 21st
fashion. Got moved to the 21st?
Is April 20th? It's Easter Sunday. Whatever that Sunday is.
It's the 20th. I got the flyer.
Okay, so April 20th. This is the Fashion Grammy Awards hosted by Miss D Divine. And what we're doing is we're honoring
that's another event.
Chicago talent, Chicago Fashion Grammys. And yours truly has been nominated for Host of the Year and Female Model of the Year.
I voted so many times, G.
So for those that voted for me, I thank you, and I thank you for your love and support.
Even the days that you didn't post at 12 o'clock when you supposed to, I voted for you.
Well, I appreciate that, but I did post when I could go on my lunch break. I do work, okay? I can't.
I was one of them brothers that pushed you from 4 something to 5 something.
But I thank you and I appreciate you, and we just gonna see what that do. That will be live stream, so you'll be able to see what's going down over there at the Grand Ballroom. And if you want to come and you live in the city of Chicago, tickets are on sale right now on Eventbrite. And I believe they are $30 at the door, $25 in advance. And VIP, I will share it in a link. VIP tickets are $40, and they are very limited. So I admonish you to come. It's going to be some great people, great talent that's going to be in the building. Some people that have been on Chicago PD.
Goddamn police.
Yeah, Chicago PD. Yes, and Chicago Fire. And you all know that show where Jussie Smollett was on recently.
Hey, you talking about Juicy? Juicy Smollett.
Here we go. Well, you got a lot of Chicago has a lot of great.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna
talent.
tell you to stop, pause the whole show. I ain't even mean to go here. I ain't said it all day. I be damn if another nigga come on this show and call this nigga Jesse and he spell his name Jussie. That is a homosexual phrase for Juicy.
Mr. Smollett, how about that?
No, nigga. The nigga's name is Juicy. And Juicy had 2 Africans acting like they was trying to make America great again. Nigga, next time you try to whoop your own ass, make sure you get you 2 good fresh white boys. At least make the footage look good.
I don't know what we gonna do with you, Rose.
I'm just trying to say, don't call yourself Jesse when you're Juicy.
But I do got another show. The Debonair by the Sock Kings are having a fashion show March 17th. No, ain't nobody over there Juicy.
I'm just saying. No, I didn't mean it like that. Why are you fucking up my whole Juicy?
But they are having a fashion show March 17th. If you want tickets, I will post it in the link.
We streaming that?
Yeah, we are streaming that too.
Everywhere.
We streaming that too.
March 15th
I will
and
post
17th.
it in the link. You can buy tickets on Eventbrite right now, and I will post it in the link. Hope to see you there. Drops of Chocolate will be in the building, showcasing their fashion lingerie, fashion Luscious Lush by Miss Melody Smith, and of course Sean Edwards and the Sock Kings. It's a great show. Gonna be a great show. They are great entertainers, and ladies, these are some gorgeous men. You want to come out and see them rocking their styles.
I ain't modeling, nigga. What the fuck?
Oh, but you gonna be you the brother.
I'm streaming. I was about to say this shit ain't gorgeous unless I'm there. I'm just saying. Hey, listen. Hey, we really do appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. This has been another edition of BNN, Black Nation News and Entertainment. Listen, just because the show is over, that does not mean that you should not share this show once it's over. You feel me? We love you. Nickel, we love you.
You a mess.
And for everybody that's getting on your nerves in this world, all you got to do is tell them,